All right, hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for coming. My name is Jenny Jaguar, and you are now in the Jaguar's Den. So, this space is dedicated to anyone on a path of deep healing, intuitive awakening, and overcoming toxic habits or karmic cycles that seem damn near impossible to escape. Today, I'm going to be doing a bonus shadow work reading for my Taurus signs. Um, yeah, and there we go. If you've been watching the other ones, then you know how it pretty much goes. Want to start off with my shadow deck. Going to ask what needs to be addressed at this time. Going to ask how it affects your work and career, and then going to do a follow-up spread to see if there's anything, any situation in particular that you need answers for. Okay, just to let it be, just for you to see if this is really your message or not. All right. So let's dive in. Uh, all right. So Holy Spirit, can you let me know what my Taurus signs are currently needing to do shadow work on? What issues do my Taurus signs currently need to do shadow work on? Okay, one more time. I don't know. I just like shuffling just to make sure the same cards don't fall out. All right, here we go. One more time. Taurus Collective. What does my Taurus Collective need to address? Sacred boundaries. Your fullness is sacred. Live as one whole. Okay, so card at the bottom of the deck says acceptance isn't resignation. And it says surrender, presence, and inner peace. So maybe you have an issue with acceptance right now at this particular particular season in your life. Maybe you have a problem with your boundaries, with respect, energetic protection, honoring yourself. Maybe you stifle your emotions, because what it says, your fullness is sacred. And it says big emotions, loud truths, worthy presence. So maybe when you have big emotions, Taurus, instead of letting them out when people are stepping in on your boundaries, instead of saying, hey, you're pushing up against my boundaries, you stifle it in. Maybe you were told as a child or when you're younger that if your needs go against the greater good of the community, then your needs don't really matter. What is this? The third thing, it says live as one whole, with a person trying to balance their light and dark. So maybe you have a hard time balancing your light and dark side. Maybe you're an individual who typically likes to live in the light, and when that dark side gets over you, because you're a Taurus, okay? And so maybe you know how a bull gets when somebody is poking the bear, okay? Poking the bull, okay? And you're in an environment where you feel like you're in a constant china shop, and so you have to keep the peace. Maybe it's a family dynamic, maybe it's a workplace, I don't know. And maybe you have narcissistic people or toxic people or jealous people that like to keep you out of your character And instead of, with the sacred boundaries, and your fullness is sacred, and instead of allowing that dark side to come out to enforce those boundaries, you allow people to push in over them, to try to stay phased or try to stay, I don't know. If this resonates, let me know. But yeah, I think, and maybe the issue with that is because you have a hard time surrendering. Because if you think like, okay, if I let go of this toxic environment, or if I say, hey, I can't be around this place anymore because of this one person, maybe you feel like you'll hurt other people. And maybe you feel like you are a quitter if you do give up these things. And so you don't allow yourself to have, you don't surrender to the current circumstances. And so therefore you don't allow yourself to have that inner peace because you're so busy on maybe ruminating over past situations and how they make you angry, or like, in the future, if they do this again, I'm gonna do this. Or I know that they did that. No, they didn't. Like, you keep replaying things in your head, allowing the anger and stuff. You keep replaying the disrespect. And instead of saying, hey, I'm not going to allow people to keep disrespecting my boundaries, instead you keep allowing people to disrespect your boundaries. All right. So let's see. Sacred boundaries. Can you give me some examples? Or give me an example of how the sacred boundaries is showing up for my Taurus signs? If this, or can you let me know how this is showing up in my Taurus signs lives, to let them know that this message is for them? Thank you, Holy Spirit. How will my Taurus know that this is their message? How are these the sacred boundaries showing up? Maybe you make plans. Sacred boundaries. Excuse me. Okay. So one, this is a lot of energy. So you might already be a spiritual person. You might be somebody that's stuck in their head, that stifles things, because you may make plans. You may try to manifest them, but you end up just stuck. Maybe you try to manifest something and then you just stay stuck in your manifestations. Or maybe when you get what can you clarify? Okay, so maybe you start to try to manifest something, and then when it starts to grow, or maybe when you start to get signs of a manifestation coming. Can you clarify this Hangman? Okay, so maybe when you try to manifest something, you get inklings of it trying to come and then you get super happy. And then you think, oh, yes, this is the breakthrough. But then something comes to block your manifestation, to throw you off. It could be like a King of Wands energy. Maybe you have somebody around you that keeps trying to, um, yeah, because it's a Queen of Wands. So maybe your feminine energy or vice versa. Flip it, swap it, rub it down, do whatever you want to with it. This energy is interchangeable. So take what resonates. But what I'm getting is with your sacred boundaries. Mm. Okay, so with your sacred boundaries, you need to learn how to protect yourself and honor yourself. So maybe you're the type of person that's like, you always want to flex on people, to brag, try to get one up on people, and maybe you try to be real strategic, but some way somehow, um, there is somebody that knows how to trigger you and get you out of your element to make it hard for you to get what you want. Now, on the other hand, with this King and Queen of Wands, maybe you have somebody, a counterpart that you've already learned a spiritual lesson with, and you keep going back to them. And it's always weird that they come in your life like when you are close to a breakthrough, and then their energy throws off your manifestation because they are not supposed to be in that next chapter of your life. And so you don't know how to separate, how to respect yourself and say, hey, I know you may want to come along with me on this journey, but you fucked that up with whatever you did. So yeah, you gotta go. All right, now let's get into what about your fullness is sacred? What about your fullness is sacred? How will my Taurus know that this is for them? Got Four of Pentacles. I just want to talk. Yeah, Eight of Swords stays at the bottom of the deck. So maybe you just stay stuck in your head. Yeah, you keep your head in your thoughts. You keep holding back. You keep holding on to a betrayal and you let it play in your head. Maybe it's something that happened in a family dynamic. Maybe maybe you're holding back from a family dynamic because every time you would rush in, they would always stab you in the back. And now you're trying to figure out how to move forward. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Big emotions, loud truths, worthy presence. What is it? Maybe like a home place, maybe like a, you know what? I'm kind of seeing this as, okay, so your fullness is sacred. Big emotions, loud truths, worthy presence. Maybe you're a very big, emotional, passionate person, and possibly in the workplace, you overextend yourself, and you don't get compensated enough for what you do. It could be that you they try to keep you in the job by giving you little offers like, oh yeah, we'll you'll get a bonus at the end of the month, or you'll get a bonus at the end of the year, but it's just like an extra $30 or something, so it's not even that big of a thing. Or they try to make it seem like, oh yeah, like we love your ideas, we love this and that you do, but it's like they let you do whatever you want to for busy work just to make it seem like, oh, okay, we're on your same team. But in the end, you're just a space to feel. And you do it well because you're so passionate about your job. But if you left today, um, they would just find somebody else. Like they keep you just to pull on your heartstrings. Yeah. And they keep you there emotionally. Like emotional manipulations. And they know that you have emotions. And they know that you're passionate for the job, but they're not going to give you more. They're just going to keep breadcrumbing you. That's what it is. They keep breadcrumbing you, and they just keep you with good. Oh, we love what you do. You do such a good job. Oh, yeah, the team loves you. The reps of the project, they love you, but they don't show their love in financial compensation. Okay? In this economy, we don't need perks. Like, what's the thing? That's the thing about working in a hospital too, because I've noticed this. Like, they won't pay you good hourly wage, but they will give you so many other benefits. And so I see so many healthcare workers with health issues. And so they're basically just, their entire check is either going towards their utility bills or their doctor bills or their health care for their family members. And so it's like a cyclical loop of thinking they have a good job with all these perks, but really not really understanding that their job is the people that are actually keeping them sick. I don't know. I did a couple of videos. I should probably finish that series out, but I think I did like the history of healthcare, a couple of videos from there on my other channel. What is that? So, history of healthcare videos. If you're interested, I'll leave some links in the description box so you can take a gander, so you can learn about the history of healthcare. Man, health insurance had a way better meaning, purpose when it first came out. But anywho, can you help explain live as one whole for my Taurus collective to let them know that this message resonates for them? Live as one whole. Maybe when you're in your dark self, you become disappointed, or if you're not able to stay high vibrational, you get disappointed. Anything else? Okay. Maybe you bury your emotions in your work. So instead of actually like dealing with your difficult emotions, you use work to mask your emotions. So maybe somebody disappoints you and it's like, man, F that. I'm going to be successful. Or, oh, they were talking about me. Screw them. I'm going to show them I'm going to be successful. So it's always like you're trying to, I don't know, maybe you feel like success is the only answer. Or if it's not success, maybe if you get rejected by somebody, it's like, okay, screw them. I'm going to go buy a new outfit. I'm going to go on vacation. I'm going to go flex on them. I don't know. You always have to do something to make up for your insecurities. All right. So that was a bonus part of your reading. Now let's see. How are these issues, how are these aspects of my Taurus's shadow self keeping them or negatively affecting their work? Oh, this is kind of like helpful. So, any advice on how they can overcome these issues in their job? I don't know, either one. Okay, here we go. So, how are these issues affecting their job, and how can they overcome it? Anything else? All right. Are you not speaking up? Card at the bottom of the deck says speak, take center stage, speak at events, conferences, and workshops. Share your message and transform lives through your work. Taurus, I know you like to be chilling in the cut, but you have a purpose. If you're following my channel, if you're watching this video, you have a purpose. People don't do shadow work if they don't have an overarching purpose. And pretty much whatever it is that you're looking to heal is more than likely the thing that is stopping you from whatever breakthrough or outcome you are trying to get. So, speak. Now, the next card says contribute. It says build your authority by creating content for your own website and by guest posting on popular blogs in your niche. So, what is that? Another thing, like if people don't respect you, because that's the only thing, like sacred boundaries, you're not getting the respect that you need. You're not getting the energetic protection that you need because you are not setting yourself up to be the authority figure that you truly are. So maybe you went through so much stuff in your career. You've always been shut down. You've always had people put you down or say what you can or can't do. And so even though you're confident in what you can do, you're still humble. But being humble is not going to put food on the table. It's not going to pay your bills. So if you want the respect, if you want people to get off your back, step up, show up. I mean, nobody is really throwing shots at Beyonce or Taylor Swift because they show up, they speak out, and they express themselves to a point to where people have no choice but to respect them. Okay. So I don't know, tap into your own, whoever inspirational person that you need to step up or to speak up and contribute. Now, oh yeah, maybe you feel like nobody cares. Maybe as a kid you try to express your emotions, but people just shut it down. And so you have this subconscious belief that nobody cares about what you say. Nobody cares about your feelings, your opinions. But that's not true. According to this reading, according to these cards, that's not true. And shadow work is all about understanding where you have been lied to either by yourself, through projections of other people or toxic people, or just like believing projections or false truths that people made about you. Okay. Or just in society in general. You know, they always say something about how Mexicans are dirty, black people are lazy. white folks don't know how to cook chicken or season food properly. There's always some type of stigma. But unless you step up and you show people the other side, the truth, then they will never be able to see that that you deserve the respect that you deserve, that you need, whatever. Anyway, I hope that helps. All right, so next card says step up. Don't be the best kept secret in your niche. Boost your visibility, step out of the shadows and into the spotlight to attract your ideal clients. Yeah, you keep playing small, Taurus. What are you doing? Maybe you're afraid of stepping up, or could it be sacred boundaries? You have a problem of showing your true self because you attract so many different people, and it's just like, ugh. Instead of learning how to cut people off and set boundaries, you just decide not to share anything, or you show different aspects of yourself. So maybe if you have a YouTube channel, maybe you don't show your face, but maybe your facial expressions is exactly what people need to see so they can connect to you more. Okay, next one says rejuvenate. Relax. Business can be exhausting. Give yourself time to nourish your body and refresh your spirit with a deep sense of well being. Okay, so considering how it is saying to speak up, step up, and contribute, but to also relax, you could also be doing a lot of work that doesn't really get you where you want to go. So maybe you're taking extra classes to learn a skill, thinking it's going to help you in business and growth, but it's nowhere near helpful to where you are right now. Like maybe you're learning a skill that's probably not going to benefit you until 10 years down the road, until like you have to sign up for this and run that and get this process started. So you're kind of like, I don't know, but you're kind of like focusing on something that's not really going to get you fast success, instead of, I don't know, you're just doing busy work instead of just relaxing. And what is that? When it comes to stress alchemy, well, I made up stress alchemy. Stress alchemy is something that I created to like alchemize chaotic life into how to find calm in the chaos. And because what is it? If you don't know, I do corrective exercise specialist. I do fitness, and so I would see a lot of people who would be so motivated and do all of this and that to get healthy, but as soon as something pops up in their life, or if they're not getting the results that they want, then they just quit and give up. Maybe that is you, but Taurus, since you are loyal and you're steadfast, maybe you are too stubborn to look and see that you need to put your efforts into a different process that'll actually give you the results that you want. Because like you're working, and even if you rest, if you allow yourself time to rest and relax, then the clarity will come. And maybe you're trying to work yourself to get clarity. You're trying to overwork to get clarity. Because I remember seeing something in the cards about how you use work to ignore your emotions about something. I don't know. And it, like, if this resonates, okay, I don't want to keep going too long. This is just supposed to be a bonus reading, all right? I'm not trying to go too long for you. Okay, the last card says prioritize, and then it says focus. Narrow your focus. Split energy leads to poor results. Prioritize your most important business tasks and get them done first. So yeah, I guess this is confirmation that I was on the right track with what I was explaining before. So when it comes to work, you need to speak up. You need to show up, speak up, show up, and prioritize. All right. Um, I don't know, take what resonates. If that If you don't have a entrepreneur or a side hustle, I don't know. I don't have any help for you in there. So just take what resonates, flip it, make it apply to you however you want to. Let's see. How are these issues showing up in my Taurus collective's relationships? That's another thing about sacred boundaries. Because what is it? Life doesn't give you time to really stop to do shadow work, to heal your wounds, to address past trauma. Like, that's why people schedule therapy. This is why people schedule workouts. And a lot of people, it's so funny because I was talking to one guy, and I didn't tell him I was spiritual. I told him a little bit, so he knew a little bit, but I don't think he knew to the extent of how much I healed past trauma. So he was like a trickster, lying, manipulative. So he was trying to run game on me. And so we were talking about something, and he was like, yeah, therapy doesn't work. I was like, yeah. And I was going to go into my mental health coach spiel and be like, oh, well, I've healed past trauma. Like, therapy doesn't work, but I have overcome anxiety, depression, and unlocked spiritual abilities using my stress alchemy framework. But I I don't know, intuition told me not to tell him anything, but I basically just left him hints on what would possibly happen to him um if he fucked me over. So that's funny. That's enough. But anywho, let's see how this is showing up for my Taurus's collective. So, okay, Spirit, can you let me know how these issues are showing up in my Taurus's relationships? Celebration, dating, take time to rest and relax. Clarity, change of perspective. Affair, sneaking around. So in a celebration, and so in your relationships, do you take breaks? Do you keep going back and forth to the same person who keeps letting you down? I see celebration, dating, take time to rest and relax. Clarity, change of perspective is in reverse, followed by affair, sneaking around. Can you clarify this? Take time to rest and relax. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. So, gaslighting, regret, sadness, guilt, blocks, obstacles. Luck is on your side. It's about to pay off. Okay, so now this is saying in your relationships. Okay, yeah, in your relationships, people tend to take breaks from you. And once you realize they're gaslighting you, you break up with them. Now, when you take a break from them, then they become regretful and realize the blocks and stuff. What is it? Basically, people only miss you or realize what they have until it's gone. And for you probably think, oh, okay, so they realize what they had now that it's gone. All right, so I can come back to them now. No. So just because they realize what they had when it's gone doesn't mean that they're going to treat you better. that probably means that those particular individuals are probably going to lie better to keep you around, to avoid whatever karmic chaos that they're going to do, which is why they say, I'm sorry, guilt, remorse. So take what resonates. Let's see how this possibly works out in. All right, so if somebody isn't in relationships, how would this show up in friendships? Whoa. So how might this show up in my Taurus's friendships? How might this show up in my Taurus's friendships? Know your worth, heartbroken, grief, shock, emotional pain. Ooh. So friendships, you might not, the friends might not be your friends. Lies, deception, secrecy, heartbroken, grief, shock, emotional pain, know your worth. So maybe you don't realize the people who come to you as friends aren't really your friends, but they're just trying to feed off of your light. And with this live as one whole, like, if you stay in your light side, people with the shadow side are going to be naturally attracted to that. And they'll feed off of it, and they'll try to bring you to your dark side to feed off of your light. And that's how they keep you in these toxic friendships. And maybe they will talk behind your back, or they'll backstab you, or they will keep you around just to benefit off of your resources, you know. Or maybe they'll be around you to steal your connections. All right. And that's enough of that. Now let's switch it up and ask for some answers, Heavenly Father. Can you give my Tauruses some answers to clarify how they should go about addressing these issues? Any advice on where they should start with their shadow work? Any advice on where my Taurus collection should go when it comes to their shadow work? Should go with the shadow work. What time is it? All right. I'll do one more. All right. We have right track at the bottom of the deck. It says you are going in the right direction, so keep moving forward, or just keep moving forward. Excuse me. I promise you I'm getting better. Okay. Well, it's a lot more than what I thought. Ice me out. Ice me out. Frost of stillness, river of release, new worlds, vortex of change, major minor courts. Ooh. Why is this devil coming out? What the heck is this? Somebody trying to balance their toxic ways? Or somebody, okay, whatever. Somebody gonna see you in abundance, gonna try to give you an offer. Better tell them no. What's this? Yeah. Look, people can smell success. Taurus's success is our birthright. You know, we are the signs of abundance. So if a Taurus is not in abundance, one, they need to look around and see who is around them that's fucking up their money. Two, they need to figure out what they did to fuck up their money and right those wrongs. All right. So first card, Pathfinder, says trust your inner compass to illuminate your path through love and career, revealing the direction your soul wishes to explore. Yeah, so maybe you're not using your intuition, you're just going off of logic. Maybe you're one of those people who are just like, oh, you easily click on the ads on social media that tell you, oh, do this and do that, and the secrets to blue, 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 whatever it is in your business that you're trying to do, or whatever, that like you click on it. And instead of just following your intuition, discernment too. That's a big one. Now, next, it says vortex of change. Engage with the vortex of change, where energies swirl in transformative dances, molding anew. Step into the vortex. Yeah, you got to let go. You got to honor those emotions. You got to honor those emotions. The energies swirl with transformative dances. So, what is it, like alchemizing the energy? You got to learn how to alchemize energy. I don't know. I think I have something on there. If I do find any information on alchemizing energy, I will put it in the description box. Oh, wait. I do have a video. I have a stress alchemy video. Now, next one says, New worlds. There are many more things for you to discover, so don't give up. Next, it says, River of Relief. Drift along the River of Release, where waters carry away burdens, guiding towards renewal. It's funny this came out because I do a meditation in my Pilates class. So typically Pilates does not do meditations in their class, but the Pilates class that I do, it is more like stress alchemy, because I start off with like wall stretches, then we do Pilates work, and then we end it with a meditation. And one of the meditations I do is called a lazy river meditation. I'm actually going to create a 21-day meditation challenge. And I'm going to have the lazy river meditation. And basically it's just supposed to help you tap into your emotions so you can manifest so you can visualize your ideal reality and manifest the way that you want. So for me, I manifest really easily just by tapping to my emotions. I'm a very good visual person. I have a very strong imagination, so I can daydream. I can visualize stuff into existence. So yeah. Anywho, I'll just stay tuned in the future. If you want to, please subscribe. If you're not subscribed, like the video. If you want me to come out with this meditation thing soon, just type meditation in the description box and I'll come out with one. Because honestly, knowing how to harness the power of your mind, control your emotions, that is the main thing that's keeping people from manifesting their desires. Now, last one says frost of stillness. Embrace the frost of stillness. I think there was something else in here that was talking about movement. Where in the calm of icy pause, reflective clarity is found. So stop trying to stay busy. Sit in silence. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock. The pestilent creature with a lifelong lock. I don't know. If you were in theater and you heard that one, then you may know what I'm talking about. Anywho, I'm gonna end it with a spiritual message. Close this out. Hopefully this has been helping you. If you like the way I read, please like or subscribe. If you want me to continue doing these bonus shadow work readings, let me know. This can be a monthly thing. I don't know how deep y'all want to do it now. There is a spider hanging off my tripod. I don't know. I'm gonna take this one too. Yeah. Card at the bottom of the deck says, it's time to hit the reset button, clear out the old so that the room is available for the new to enter. Trust that better things are coming fast. Do the thing, whatever it is you've been putting off, Taurus. Get to do it. Do it, Taurus. Messing up your money, Taurus. Procrastinating. And I bet once you start seeing that bankroll changing, you will be excited to do the things you're procrastinating. Anywho, prepare to move to the next phase of your life. This is your rebirth. Welcome this beautiful brand new energy. You've got this. What's a good way to welcome brand new energy? Rest. Allow your body to rest. That's when your cells repair. That's when your muscles, they grow in the rest. You have to allow your body to rest and rejuvenate. Anywho, next one says, trust the wait. You are being prepared for your blessings. In order to receive, you have to be ready to receive. Are you ready? Are you getting ready to get ready to get ready to get ready to get ready? Clocked you. All right, so things you are going through now are not random. Trust the flow of the universe. Next says, let go of the old and make way for the new. You may find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, fears, or doubts. Don't allow yourself to be governed by them. Simply observe and choose to take aligned actions and choices. All right, next says, count all of your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that has yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? So yeah, gratitude opens the gateway to your manifestation. So instead of just feeling stuck, frustrated, ruminating about past disappointments and blah, 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 blah. I always say, think of best case scenario, work out that way, and you go by gratitude. Gratitude is the fastest way to, one, raise your vibration, and two, to make manifestations faster. Now, last, it says, whatever you've been putting off, don't procrastinate any longer. Tackle that long overdue project. You will feel better once you begin. Start with one thing at a time. Thoughts and ideas not acted upon are just laying in wait. You got this. So I'm going to add a blog post on procrastination to help you with that. Yeah. So that is it, Taurus. What a hell of a bonus. I hope this helps, and I wish you much success in your procrastinating ass. All right. Be great, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.